The Heilens have been living in Friedrichshafen, a small town in southern Germany, for 25 years. Stefan Heilen is a pediatrician. Stefan comes home every day during his lunch break and eats with his wife, Christiane Heiland. After a brief break, Stefan comes down to his garage and begins repairing bicycles. There are about 7 or 8 used bikes in the garage, donated by people in the town for the refugees. Some of the bicycles are relatively new, others have small problems. Stefan checks and repairs them in his spare time for the refugees.
Tettnang ist ja nun eine relativ kleine Stadt.
This is a relatively small town with only a few bus lines. The refugees are living in remote areas outside the town, and they need a way to come into town to shop, go to the city hall, or see a doctor.
Stefan says 5 other town residents are also volunteers repairing bicycles for refugees. They've fixed more than 50 since October.
Ich denke, es ist absolut notwendig.
I think it's necessary for people to help these refugees. The local authorities alone are not enough. We all need to do what we can. Only in this way can we successfully integrate them into our society.
The Heilens have also cleared out a floor of their house to host refugees. They received their first guest at the beginning of December, a Syrian refugee called Majid. Christiane says this is an opportunity for the family and their neighbors to understand the refugees, narrowing the gap between the refugees and German citizens.
Zum einen war es für uns selbstverständlich.
On the one hand, we had no doubt about wanting to offer a room for those in need, and these refugees are in great need of help. The conditions in the refugee camps are difficult. They are crowded and noisy with limited space. On the other hand, it is interesting for us to live with people from other countries. I think we can learn a lot from each other.
Christiane told me that by communicating with the refugees, she gets to know more about the situations in Syria. Listening to the descriptions from Majid, the wall over there is no longer news packages broadcasted on TV, but shocking stories of the witnesses. She also intends to publish an article in the newspaper to share her feelings and thoughts, calling for more German citizens to provide empty houses and apartments to help receiving refugees. Wanmei, CCTV, Germany.